God, so Apple has just announced a ton of new products in the last 3 months. And if you're looking to get one for yourself or someone else, either this holiday season, for school, for work, whatever the case may be, I have a couple financing options that might help you out. So if you're ready, let's get started. So if we are new to each other, my name is Jamie, and it's never too early to consider subscribing. So if you're new around here, please consider doing so right now. And then we'll just get right into it. So all these new Apple products are very, very, very tempting, whether it's to be a new purchase or if you're looking to upgrade your iPhone or onto one of the new silicone Macs. The temptation is there and it's real. Apple does obviously a really good job with their marketing and their sleek designs of all of their new products, especially that new iPhone 12 Pro. It looks glorious, and the temptation is really there. And if you go onto the Apple website, there's so many ways now to check out without paying all those prices right up front. You could use the Apple card, you could use the Barclay card. There's so many options, so we're just going to break a couple of them down without necessarily breaking the bank. But really, it really comes down to whether you really need to make that purchase right now. Again, I know the temptation is there. But it might not even be necessary, and it's totally not worth getting into debt or any uncomfortable situations just to make an unnecessary upgrade, just to have that flashy new device. So the first option I'm going to throw out for you to consider is maybe considering a personal loan. And I know that might sound a little extreme, just to buy a laptop or something, but if you are someone looking to run your own business or add on to your business and looking to get more than one machine, that's probably the best option for you. You'll get a lower interest rate than maybe dumping it on a credit card, and you're able to pay it off over an extended period of time. So a personal loan might be a really good option if you're someone looking to use the power of a Mac Pro or Pro Display HDR to run your business, if you're a photographer, a videographer, or if you're just looking to add on a couple more machines, if you do have a couple employees or anything like that. And option number 2 is a student loan. So many people don't know that your student loans aren't just for your tuitions or for your books. You could also use them for any supplies that you may need, and that includes a new computer. So if you are a student needing to make a first-time purchase or needing to really make an upgrade, so aside from using a loaner from your college or your university, maybe really just considering making that purchase of your own and just using your student loan to cover the cost. So that way you don't really have to worry about it until after you graduate, and you can really use the power of the new machine, portability, to get a lot of your schoolwork done, which is essential for you to even graduate in the first place. And if you are a student going through a remote situation, I do have a couple other videos on different kind of gadgets to kind of get you through your semester. That's super, super helpful. And I'll leave those videos linked up right up here. So definitely check those out after this one. And after hitting that like and that subscribe, after you do all that, definitely check out that video because those gadgets will make your semester so much easier. And then option number 3. So option number 3 I would say is probably the lease ideal situation, and I definitely don't recommend it if you could totally avoid it. That would be lease to own. So there's several companies, especially online, you could just search for them. You could lease to own your computer. Just know that you will probably be paying actually, you definitely will be paying more for the price of the laptop than its sticker price, and if it is a MacBook, those sticker prices are already pretty high. So that is one option. Who is that option for? I would say it's for either a student who maybe isn't approved for a student loan, which I mean, I think any student could just get the student loan. But if you're not a student and you're just younger, right out of high school, you don't really have a lot of credit built up just yet. And this might be a good starting point for you to start building up that credit if you can get an approval for a credit card or if that limit just isn't there for you. It's also good for someone with bad credit, and it would be a good way of improving that credit over time, but just know that you will be paying more for that computer. So it's really not the ideal situation, but if you do have a lack of credit history or bad credit history, that might be a route for you. And just be super careful online if you do go that route of lease to own. I do know that Best Buy has a lease to own option, and they're obviously a little more credible if you do decide to go that route than just going through anything online. So definitely check them out. I'll leave the link down below. And then probably the most obvious method is just a credit card. But just be super careful when selecting which credit card you decide to use. Take a look at those interest rates and just really try and go for the lowest interest rate, or really try and get that thing paid off as soon as you can, or just, again, you're going to be paying more for that computer than it already costs, and they're already quite costly. And then a couple credit cards that Apple likes to push are the Barclays credit card as well as the Apple card. We'll get to the Apple card a little later, but a little bit of information on the Barclays card. Apple still does offer it. Take a look online. You can sign up for it if you don't already have one, and it definitely has its own place. So as long as you pay off the price of your Apple purchase by the end of the promotional period, and that promotional period is, if it's under $1,000, you have 12 months to pay it off. Anything over $1,000, which really what isn't, is 18-month period. And there are no minimum payments in those 18 months. So as long as you pay off the total balance in 18 months, you'll receive no interest penalties or interest rates or anything like that, which is good. So that kind of makes it a good option. You could pay a little higher one month, a little lower, or if you do know that you're going to be able to pay it off by X date, you could just make smaller payments until then. Yeah, and then of course you'll see the Apple Card options all over the websites, even to pay for anything like one of the cases. It's literally everywhere. But to get the Apple credit card, it's a little trickier to apply for. They don't really accept just anyone. You need to have a pretty good credit standing in order to qualify for the Apple card. But if you do qualify, it's there, cool. The only difference, or the major difference between the Apple card and the Barclays card, is that you do get 3% back in Apple Cash towards whatever you made your purchase for, and you receive that right away, even before you even finish paying for your product. But there are minimum monthly payments. So versus kind of paying at your own pace, as long as you do get it paid off by X date, the Apple card is a 12-month minimum time frame with no interest, regardless of the cost. And in that 12 months, as long as you pay it off, you'll receive no interest penalties. But there are minimum payments. So if the minimum payment is $30, you do need to make that $30 payment every month. You can't choose to pay $15 one month and then just offset it the next month by paying $45. It needs to be the minimum payment if you don't want to receive interest charges on that. So yeah, I mean, I definitely love my Apple card. There's also that Barclays card, which is another really good option, but just starting with being very honest with yourself on whether you need this Apple purchase or not, or if you're just looking to upgrade. I know these things are very flashy and they're very tempting. They kind of do that on purpose, and it's quite addicting. Being an Apple enthusiast of my own, I've been trying not to get anything, and it's super hard. And also being okay with not qualifying for these cards right away. We've discussed a couple other options, maybe avoiding that rent to own, but if it is the only option for you, it's there, and it's a good play to build that credit right back up, especially if you're younger, if you're a student. Use your student loans, get a personal loan if it is for business. So chances are that product's already in your shopping cart, so just let us know how you're checking out. Are you financing, or are you just paying it outright? Let us know down in the comment section down below, and let us know which of those Apple products are you picking up. Are you grabbing one of the new ones? Are you grabbing the M1 Max? Let us know. And while you're down in that comment section, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. They're literally right next to each other. Feel free to shop through our affiliate links. They really go to support the channel a whole heck of a lot. Even if you make no purchases off that selection, just by clicking the link and shopping through Amazon, it just goes to support the channel, goes to support me, which is super appreciative. Don't forget to follow me on social media. It's also down there somewhere. And yeah, until next time, if this video was at all helpful, thank you for watching all the way through, and until next time, see ya.